Hi there, you're watching the Gardens and Graveyards channel. My name's Charisma and today we are in the garden and we're about to take our middle of the month garden tour. But I have just a couple of things that I wanted to talk to you about before we get started. First of all, I have a frog in my throat, so I won't be talking a whole lot. We're just going to talk about what's still thriving in the garden on the Oregon coast in a zone 9A in the middle of October, which this is a very unusual year. We've had an extended summer and it has been absolutely gorgeous through this whole month, and we still have great days in the forecast for the next 4 days before there's rain for the unforeseeable future, which is fine. That's Oregon for you. That's why we live here. It's green and beautiful. But I also am very grateful and super blessed to have had this extended summer, which brings me into the second thing I wanted to mention is that our neighbors who've been building a house all summer, they are like all hands on deck. Every contractor that they could get a hold of is over there right now. There are trucks up and down the roads, all different kinds of, roofing and gutters and electricians and everything's going on over there. I think they're really trying to push to get finished before the rains come in just a few days, which I totally understand, but it might be kind of noisy sometimes. Let's see what else. You're going to be watching this on a Sunday. It's not Sunday. I have to do these a couple days ahead of time. But we've been sharing with you kind of like the highlights of our ghost town road trip. And come this following week, Monday till Halloween, we will be sharing with you all of the actual ghost towns that we went to. But while I was on that trip, I got really sick. And we've been recovering. My husband and I both got COVID. We were careful. We were on a ghost town road trip. We did not run into very many people. We have an idea of where it may have come from, but that doesn't matter. We've just been recovering and we're doing great. I've been sick for 6 days. Day 2, 3, 4 were a nightmare, and then after that I've just kind of been a zombie, which is I don't know, maybe appropriate for this time of year. But I feel a lot better today. I just don't have as much strength and stamina as I normally do, and talking a lot will cause me to start coughing, but I'm obviously doing a lot better than I was, because I wouldn't have even been able to say this much before having a coughing fit a day ago. So yay. What else did I want to say? I think that's it. Oh, well, with that being said, we were on a ghost town road trip and we were gone from the house for 7 days. Our dogs were with friends and family, but our garden sat alone, and that fared well for most of our plants, because again, we are in a very temperate climate, and even though we've had some really beautiful days, we haven't had any rain, and things are definitely dry. You'll notice that the soil is very dry. Things are still alive and doing okay. What's not doing okay are our annuals, baskets and pots. They're definitely showing signs of stress. Some of those things would be seeing that anyways by this time of year. The annuals this year we've been pulling out slowly as they die, instead of all in one fell swoop like I normally do, just to see how long they would last, which I'm pleasantly surprised. Part of it is because of what this year has been giving us as far as an extended summer, but part of it is care. I fertilized longer than I normally do, but I didn't fertilize as long, and I didn't water consistently. So next year, if I just continue fertilizing all the way through September, maybe that would make a difference, because I stopped fertilizing in August. And almost everything will be on some kind of irrigation next year, so everything will have consistent moisture, so that will make a big difference there. But yeah, 7 days with absolutely zero attention in the garden was already going to be stressful. And then we added another few days because we've been recovering and being sick. So this is the first time I've had a chance to walk all the way around the garden since I've been home. So you're gonna find all the fun surprises with me. I already know my porch baskets in the front are very sad looking. I was even tempted to water them before I showed you this, but what's the point? They're gonna look this bad anyway. I don't even know if they'll bounce back. So that's okay, it's fine. You know, life is worth living more than keeping the plants alive. They'll either bounce back or, you know, we'll replace them. And that is why we take our vacations in October, because we know that our garden can usually survive it. It's not as detrimental as if we left in the middle of the summer or, you know, in the springtime. It's hard to leave because everything's just getting started and established. So October seems to be our go-to. Plus it's our anniversary month, so it just became sort of a tradition for us. So yeah, anyways, let's just get the camera turned around and find out how the garden fared. I do have a cough drop, so if that's like something different and how I'm speaking, that's why. And I've got some water with me just in case I need it as we walk around. I am keeping hydrated. I'm, you know, doing all the right things. So all right, so we're gonna start in the back porch, which is different than we normally do, but we're here. So fall display is still looking pretty good. Nothing really to complain about here. The mums are done blooming. Yeah, I don't see, well, this one has a lot of little buds on it, so I might get some, if, you know, I deadhead them a little bit. Yeah, I'm seeing some buds. The carnations are looking pretty good for this time of year. Anyway, the cannas are still looking really great, but why won't she bloom? It has looked like this for at least a week. No longer, because I've been gone for longer than a week. It's looked like this for almost 2 weeks. I don't know. Okay. Butterfly garden is pretty much done, but the autumn joy is looking absolutely gorgeous. Look at this sedum. Oh, in her fall color. I love those deep burgundy blooms. So pretty. The rest of it's time to cut it down. Crocosmia is time to cut down. Our little rhodie has put on lots of new growth. That's exciting. We still have a little bit of blooming on the geraniums. Now, this was my late summer experiment when I put 2 different kind of chamomiles in this raised bed and this raised bed. What is it? Roman and can't remember. This is not going to produce my flowers, I don't think. This was supposed to be those little pumpkin flowers. Okay, you're gonna have to excuse me. I am not gonna remember any names. Serious COVID brain here. Just like, I have no idea. Okay. Himalayan honeysuckle. It's at the end, but even, you know, when they're done and their calyxes and berries are just sitting on there, still look really pretty. It's kind of a fun, dark, moody looking plant. Okay, let's see what else. The Juga is coming into bloom. Don't they have the most gorgeous purple blooms? I just love them. Nor the dandelion. But I love when they're blooming because it means they're going to keep making babies for me and keep filling in, keep filling in, keep filling in. So, yay! Do your thing. All right. Ugh. Let's see what else we have. This fuchsia's looking amazing. Full bloom. Of course, you know I told you this is that pot that I dug the fuchsia out of. And these are roots left from the fuchsia. So it's kind of a funky looking fuchsia, but it's full of blooms. So that's fine. The honey supertunia, definitely seeing better days, but still going, which is shocking to me. We've got some of the black pansies, but the white pansies are not as prolific. It's okay. This is, according to my husband, the best hosta we have on the property right now. We'll see. We have a dark mum coming open here. And we have Lenten roses back there, the green variety, or the green flower. Let's see her flower. Interesting. And then we have, oh, those guys. What are they called? Yeah. Lots of names on the screens going up this time, folks. Of course, the maple is kind of doing fall color. It is sort of this color all the time. It is a deeper burgundy typically, and it starts turning like orange and green, which is strange because, you know, green maples will turn red in the fall. I guess red maples will turn green. I don't know. Anyways, it kind of just gets this mottled, every single type of color look going on with it during the fall. Look at these blueberries. They have the most fantastic fall color. And as much as I love blueberries, this was actually my motivation of planting them, is to have some fall color. They just have just beautiful fall color. Gorgeous. Again, we've got a canna over here that did try to bloom. It's not a very strong bloom, but it's there. If you could see those tomatoes in there. This way. Look at those. It's just loaded. They're still hard. So I've been using them in flower arrangements, but they're just hard and green inside. And as much as I love the color, I don't think I'll grow them again. And then you could see the Supertunia Vista Snowdrift is still going strong, which is amazing. I wasn't really expecting them to still be blooming. I mean, she's definitely at the end of her days, getting spindly and leggy, but wow, it's kind of fun to see it blooming still. The kaffir lilies are coming into their bloom stage, and this hellebor's not blooming yet. Okay, let's see. Oh, that hellebore needs some water. Cyclamen, that's what the white flower back there was a cyclamen. There was some purple ones right there. Blooming. Pretty. And that one's starting to bulk up. It'll have a red flower. Doesn't have a flower yet. And the pink ocean flowers are done. Look at this. I'm still getting strawberries on this buried treasure. It's clearly not like happy, but those flowers are so pretty. I think I cut down all the dahlias on here before I left. I don't see any more. That's fine. Salvia, still in bloom. Very cool. I did cut back all of our pansies right before we left, just to give us a shorter period of time before blooms start coming back on. You can see there's already a couple of quick shoots up there. And let's check on this camellia. It's got buds on it, not opening yet, and that's okay. There's another white cyclamen. Look how dry that soil is. Yikes. Okay. There's not really anything blooming down this way, so I think I'm going to turn off the camera and get down to the lower garden. Check out that mushroom. Whoa, it's pretty intense. I do not know my mushrooms at all, so I just leave them alone, or I knock them over, or whatever. Okay, looks like we've got some bear scat there. There's another one of those crazy mushrooms. Okay. Entering into the Siren's Secret Garden, which we've been struggling with moles. There's a big molehill there, molehill there. Just kind of seeing what things are looking like. These are our limelights, and I knew they weren't going to look great this year. Remember, we got them on clearance and planted them late, but I'm fairly certain that they'll come back. This one I am a little bit concerned about. There's no green on it, and it's just, although, I mean, it snaps off. When you look inside, there's a little bit of green in the outer edges of that, so I don't know. Good luck. We'll see. Okay, keep going. I'm gonna have to do some damage control here. We've got our little baby spruce, and there's a molehill right there, which means I gotta check for roots. Tons of mole damage. Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 that I can see with my naked eye, and I'll probably be stepping over a bunch in here. It's harder to see where we mulched with this raw mulch. That's okay. I have a plan. It's gonna work. Peanut butter tree is deciduous, and it's getting ready to lose its leaves. It does turn kind of a yellow color, so I imagine once it's much bigger, the fall interest might be better. Oh yeah, I'm seeing all kinds of molehills all in here. I wish I could show you, but there's like, it's just doing this everywhere. Crazy things. All right. This is the thundercloud plum, and it always has this beautiful color, but it just leans towards fall. Added interest, I think. Okay, here's probably the last look of the Gunnera. She is really splayed out. And it'll probably be time to cut her down in the next couple of weeks, probably before the November tour happens. She's riddled with holes because the birch tree above her drops tiny sticks all summer long. And she's splayed out because she's probably a little dry. She's on our gray wash. Our wash machine is a gray water system, and the water comes down this hill and right by her roots and into the creek. And you know, we haven't been home washing clothes, so lack of water, and you know, it's fall, so it's just time for her to probably go down. Okay, let's keep going. Let's see if there's anything else interesting. Yeah, hostas not looking so hot anymore. They're definitely done. There's the hydrangeas are starting to fade for the season. Sad hosta. This is the first full year of this hydrangea, and it just had this one panicle still hanging in there. I see a little tiny bloom right there. It's funny. And then over here we've got a mop head, and the shrub got huge this year. Let's see if I can show you. It was just a little guy, and now it's taking up this whole space, which is fine because the goal is these 3 hydrangeas will kind of become a big hedge. So that's fine. The bear's breeches is going down. You could see her foliage is splayed out, and the bloom stalk is, ouch. I always forget these have pokies on them. They're done. They're yucky. Let's see what else. All of these things are kind of just finishing up for the season. Nothing drastic. The dogwood will lose her leaves. They don't do this fabulous fall color though, which is fine. It's almost all year long interest. Once she loses her leaves, the structure is really beautiful in the winter. So, you know, I'm not going to complain about how she loses her leaves. These mirror plants might get moved in the next couple of weeks. We'll see. And I was going to look here. This is the winter berry, the berry poppins. What is it? Berry poppins. Winter berry holly. And I was expecting to see a lot more. I saw little tiny flowers and berries on it like a month ago. Looks a little stressed, maybe lack of water. I don't know. Okay. Speaking of lack of water, I'm scared to look, but we're gonna go check and see how my new hydrangea is looking up here. Oh, that's a little wilted, but overall alive. Just kind of blending in with the Gaultheria right now. Okay. All right, then we have this crabapple, and it's got its fall color, which is really beautiful. Normally it's green, and this is its fall color, so pretty. It hasn't given me any apples yet, though, so hopefully next year. I think I need another apple tree or something. I don't know. Okay, we're getting there. What else are we gonna look at? Medicine garden still looks kind of amazing. This fuchsia's finishing up. It's, you know, the flowers are done on this fuchsia, and we'll cut her back and let her flush out. The St. John's wort had tons of berries on it this year, which was really exciting. The lovage is trying to take over my bunner right here. What are you doing? She's just a huge shrub now. Okay, so here's the wedding flowers. They're taking on their silver seed head look, which is pretty. Borage is blooming. The Artemisia is huge. The walking Egyptian onions have all come up and reflushed. The sage looks a little sad, wants a little water. The verbena is starting to fall over. See how they're leaning like that? They'll self-seed like they did over here. And yeah, that's how they get around. Okay, there's other, oh look, I still have nasturtiums blooming. These volunteer nasturtiums, they're still going. And I have some rose campium down here going. Amazing. Okay, I'm a little scared right here because I gave these guys a good soak before I left, but they've been under the porch. You can look back and see a quick short video on Spencer building this pallet table for me. It's just 3 pallets, and we attach them to these supports, and it's just to keep my cuttings and propagation organized and easily accessible through the winter. And they won't get drowned out sitting out like directly in the rain. Okay, we've put our table and chairs away for the season. We have some clematis blooming. That's kind of cool. And hardy geraniums are blooming. The fennel is still tall and strong. But it is time to go ahead and harvest this and cut it down. Let's look at this. I mean, they're done. But that's the most it's bloomed since we moved here. And there's some honeysuckle blooming up in there. It's kind of cool. Okay, let's keep going. The crocosmia is all splayed out. It's definitely time to get pulled up. And then we have the spirit viburnum in bloom in time for Halloween. Isn't she so sweet? I just love these sweet little blossoms. So cute. And the dark, dark stems. Just gorgeous. Okay, let's see. I was going to check over here if there's anything. Again, this dogwood is turning. See, though, this one looks like it might have some fall color going on once it's bigger. And if it does that throughout the whole tree, that'll be kind of fun. We've got some primroses blooming a little bit here and there. Okay, let's scoot on up here. Hosta's going down. Is anything going on up here? We planted those mums not long ago. They're still blooming, doing good. That one's the oldest one. It's starting to fade. This, I hope you could say this. This is why we didn't cut down all of these staghorns yet. This fall color. Look at this gorgeous fall color. They're so pretty. It's like they're glowing. And then they've got these fun cones coming on. It's just this whole grove of fall color. Just beautiful. I know, I keep telling you I'm gonna cut them down. I really am, because I don't want this many, as fun as it is. Okay. This is a deciduous rhododendron, and it's turning its fall color, and it will drop all of its leaves, and then it'll bloom in the spring. Okay. The shrub roses are turning their fall color. They will also lose all their leaves. I've got just a few more rose hips that I can harvest off of there. I did harvest a whole bunch and dry them. They filled a little jar, so that's fun. These things, this is the pineapple sage. It's loaded with these blooms. I just don't think it's hot enough. Finally seeing color on it. It's the first we've seen. Oh, there's one over there too. There. The hummingbirds absolutely love this, so it would be amazing if it would just fully open up, you know, so that they can enjoy it before the rains come in a few days. This one has a little bit more fall color. Again, these guys are going to get cut down and moved. Interesting, this, whatever this is, that I always forget what it is re-blooming now. That's kind of cool. They've been blooming all summer. This is the Shasta that I attempted to cut back and have it re-bloom, but I think I maybe cut it back too late. Oh, you could see a lot more of the fall color on the rose on this side. It's kind of fun. The bay obviously loves the cooler weather. It has sprung open. So I'm gonna have to come in here and shape it up a little bit. We've got some white mums opening here, and the Cleome is just still kind of going. I don't know. I think these ones are finally totally done. We've got a few Kafirs blooming here, and then this is Fothgilia, which we planted this for its fall color, and you can see what it will do eventually. How it turns sort of this yellow, and then it turns this vibrant orange, and I mean, she's just a little baby, but it's gonna be pretty amazing when it's in full fall color and it's full sized. Can't remember how big it gets. Let's look. Hardy down to zone 5. Sun to part sun. 5 foot tall by 5 foot wide. Yeah, it's a good size. This is the Mount Airy Fothgilia. All right. Weeping Cherry is starting to also have a little bit of fall color. And come out here. Again, our mums are blooming. And we did finally get a rose of Sharon blooming. There's one left. Yay! I have no idea how thrilled we were to see them bloom this year. Barberries always look fantastic this time of year. And just see from this side, maybe. Look at her. Just glorious. And they do get some fall color too. So that red in there. Okay. I don't see anything else going on this side. We will attempt to leave our black-eyed Susans up. They do provide beautiful winter interest, and I'd like to see if they last in the garden, but I think in our environment, because we get so much rain, that they just end up molding and looking gross. We'll see. I'm not gonna jump the gun there. Well, I'll just let them do their thing. The candy tuft is starting to bloom, and we have like a little hedge of it there and a hedge of it there, and when it is in bloom, it's pretty awesome. Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna pop up here and just show you from the side. Yeah, those baskets are not happy with me. That poor Dusty Miller is like, give me water. And the Supertunias are still blooming, but they are definitely wanting water. They're definitely ready to be pulled. It's just that time. It's okay. All right, we're almost at the end. Let's see. We have a few little hydrangea blooms left. I did harvest a bunch for some projects, and that guy is getting huge again, so we're gonna be cutting that down pretty soon. I do have one dahlia still blooming. This is the Gay Princess, I think. I'm pretty sure. All right, and we have a huge clump of kaffir lilies. Look at those. Oh, they're so sweet. It's like beautiful baby pink color. They're so cute. And they will bloom all winter long, just off and on. Really fun interest. And we have some back in the back of the border too, so you see them picking up back there. All right, just panning around here. We've got a rose in bloom. We've got some white roses, white climbing roses in bloom. We have a burning bush starting to turn color. Again, I really think that with consistent water, it would be that much more magnificent. You know, usually they turn just like this intense fiery red, and this one just never does. So I think maybe it needs fertilizer and it needs more consistent water. Also, as it's finally getting some size on it, it's getting a lot more sun, so maybe that will also help in the future. Okay, what else there is? A plant that I need to plant. Of course, I was really good. This is the only live plant that I purchased on our whole road trip. It's Irish moss. I don't ever see it here, and I wanted it. I know that it divides easy, and we were at a Home Depot of all things, just killing some time between things, and it was 75 cents, so I could not resist it. If there would have been more, I would have grabbed more, but this is the only one that was left, so she's mine, and I'm excited about it. Hopefully I could get it to winter over. The jasmine will sometimes get fall color. Oh, I see a little bit right here. Look at that bright red. Whew. It's like hot chili pepper red. It's kind of fun. But it's not like a wow factor usually. Got a little bit of cornflower still trying to bloom. The hostas are certainly just done, but they do actually provide fall color. You can see bright orangey yellows. But yeah, this week those will be coming down too. The lemony lace has lost all of its leaves already. It's done for the season. It is not dead. It's just dormant. And you can see her new buds for the coming season are right there. And just had a giant yellow butterfly pass me. I wish I could have caught that on camera. Okay. Okay, that sums it up for this tour today. Thanks for hanging out with me, and make sure you like and subscribe and keep hanging out, because this following week we will be sharing all the ghost towns that we went to last week, and in the following month we'll be sharing all the fun, wonderful tasks for fall and winter prep in the garden. And until the next time, keep celebrating life. We'll see you. Bye.